Have you noticed that suddenly everyone's got a different hair oil they swear by? Like, Batana oil is all over your feed, but then someone's aunt is telling you castor oil is the only thing that works. And now people are arguing about rosemary oil versus minoxidil like it's a championship match. But here's what nobody's telling you. Most people are using the wrong oil for their hair type, and that's exactly why they're not seeing results. That expensive oil sitting in your bathroom, it just might be the reason you're still shedding like a golden retriever in summer. Welcome to Longevity Lifestyle, where we blend ancient healing wisdom with modern science to bring you natural solutions that actually work. And today, we're diving into the great hair oil debate. So stick around because you're about to learn exactly which hair oil fits your specific hair problem, how to read your own scalp like a diagnostic tool, and the one thing that matters more than the oil you choose. Let me guess how you got here. You saw one of those Batana oil videos, maybe even mine, where the before and after results looked incredible. Hair down to their knees, practically Rapunzel status, and you thought, I need that. Or maybe you've fallen down the castor oil rabbit hole watching people do those elaborate overnight treatments, and you're left wondering not only how anyone gets any quality sleep with all that on their head, I mean, my neck hurts just thinking about it, but also how their hair miraculously ends up both greasy and amazing at the same time. Or perhaps you stumbled into Ayurvedic hair oiling, and now you're overwhelmed by sesame, coconut, Amla, Bhringraj. It's like a Sanskrit tongue twister meets a grocery store aisle. And the worst part? Everyone swears their oil is the miracle cure. It's like the hair care version of my dad can beat up your dad. So let's end this confusion right now, because the truth is they can all work, just not for everyone, and definitely not for every problem. You see, there's no one-size-fits-all solution to anything. Everything depends on your specific situation and what's actually causing your issues. Now, while not every oil we're talking about today is a traditional Ayurvedic oil, Ayurvedic principles are universal. So we're using those principles as a guide to help you figure out which oil is right for you. So let's break it down, starting with the viral superstar, Batana oil. Batana oil comes from the American palm tree, and it's been used by the indigenous Mosquito people in Honduras for generations. They call it the oil of life. It's thick, reddish brown, and smells like, well, some people say peanut brittle, others say my grandpa's garage, so it's a toss-up. But does it work? Actually, yes, for certain people. Batana oil is rich in oleic acid, about 45%, which means it can actually penetrate deep into your scalp tissue instead of just sitting on top like most oils. It also has linoleic acid, which helps rebuild a damaged skin barrier, as well as vitamin E to protect collagen and elastin. Here's the cool part. Batana doesn't just moisturize. It signals your body to repair tissue. Oils with this fatty acid profile have been shown to reduce protein loss from hair and strengthen the follicle itself. From an Ayurvedic perspective, Batana oil is cooling and nourishing, what we call pacifying Pitta. Pitta is the fire element, so when there's too much heat in the scalp, it shows up as inflammation, redness, and irritation. Batana oil cools it down. So if you're dealing with autoimmune hair loss where your immune system is attacking your follicles, an inflamed or irritated scalp, or any heat-related hair issues, this is your oil. It creates the environment where hair can grow again by reducing inflammation and nourishing the tissue. All right, now let's talk about the OG, castor oil. This has been around forever. Your great-grandmother probably used it, and not just for hair. For centuries, people have used it internally for digestive health. I actually take castor oil capsules myself, and it works beautifully. But today, we're talking about hair. Castor oil is insanely thick and sticky. It has this viscous, almost syrupy consistency, and it's packed with ricinoleic acid, which is a unique fatty acid that has anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial properties. When you reduce inflammation, blood can flow more freely to your follicles, and more blood flow means more nutrients. Now, while there's not a ton of clinical research specifically proving castor oil grows hair from nothing, what we do have is evidence that it improves scalp health. And a healthy scalp is the foundation of hair growth. Through the Ayurvedic lens, castor oil is warming and grounding. It balances Vata, the air element that causes dryness, brittleness, and depletion. So if you have dry or brittle hair, stress or hormone-related shedding, or traction alopecia, which is breakage from tight hairstyles, castor oil is excellent for you. Its thick, penetrating nature strengthens follicles and improves circulation to damaged areas. Also, castor oil isn't just for the hair on your head. I use it on my face at night, and believe me when I tell you my eyelashes have grown back something fierce. But we'll save that for another video. Quick poll, have you tried any of these oils? Drop which one in the comments so others can learn from your experience. Okay, now let's move on to the newest internet darling, rosemary oil. This one blew up for a reason. There's actually research behind it. A study published in SkinMed compared rosemary oil to 2% minoxidil for pattern baldness. And get this, after 6 months, they worked about the same. Rosemary improved hair count just as effectively. Researchers think it's because rosemary oil improves circulation and has antioxidant properties that protect the follicle. From an Ayurvedic standpoint, rosemary oil is heating and stimulating. It increases both Pitta and Vata, which means it activates circulation and metabolism. Rosemary gets things moving. It's ideal for people suffering from pattern baldness, sluggish hair growth, poor circulation, or traction alopecia. Fun fact, pattern baldness often involves stagnation and reduced blood flow to follicles. Rosemary targets exactly that. But a word of warning, rosemary essential oil is potent. You cannot use it straight on your scalp unless you want chemical burns. You need to dilute it in a carrier oil, something like jojoba, coconut, or almond oil. We're talking 3 to 5 drops of rosemary oil per tablespoon of carrier oil. However, if you already have a hot, inflamed, irritated scalp, adding more heat can make things worse, so you need to exercise caution. You might need to cool and calm your scalp first with something like Batana or coconut oil before introducing rosemary. If you do have a sensitive or inflamed scalp, patch test first. Alright, next up is coconut oil, another OG. Here's what's interesting. Coconut oil has a low molecular weight, which means it can actually get inside the hair shaft and reduce protein loss from the inside out. Most oils can't do that. In fact, a study in the Journal of Cosmetic Science found that coconut oil was the only oil that reduced protein loss in both damaged and undamaged hair. From an Ayurvedic perspective, coconut oil is deeply cooling. It's one of the best oils for pacifying Pitta, so if you're dealing with premature graying, scalp inflammation, heat-related hair loss, or chemically damaged hair, coconut oil is your friend. But for some hair types, coconut oil can sit on top and create buildup instead of penetrating. If that happens to you, try a lighter oil instead. Quick side note, because it's so cooling, it's also great to moisturize sunburned skin. If you're learning something new today, hit like and subscribe. And if you want to dive even deeper into Ayurvedic health with exclusive content, you can now become a channel member. The join button is right below this video. Alright, back to the oils. Here's a newer oil gaining traction online, prickly pear seed oil, also called cactus seed oil. This one's interesting because it's not about stimulation, it's about protection. Think of it as a shield, not a spark. Prickly pear seed oil is exceptionally high in linoleic acid, about 60%. Plus, it's loaded with vitamin E and polyphenols, making it one of the most antioxidant-rich oils you can use. It protects follicles from oxidative stress, which is a major factor in premature graying and age-related thinning. What makes it stand out is the texture. It's very light and fast-absorbing, much lighter than coconut, castor, or batana. It won't weigh your hair down. From an Ayurvedic perspective, it's cooling and light, which makes it ideal for pacifying Pitta without being heavy. So if you have an inflamed, sensitive scalp, premature graying, heat-related shedding, or fine hair that gets weighed down easily, this is your oil. It's also great for chemically processed hair that needs barrier repair. However, it's not ideal for advanced pattern baldness. It's too passive. Also, for very dry Vata hair, you might need something heavier like Sesame. And for Kapha scalps, pair it with a stimulant like Rosemary. Okay, now we're entering the deep end. Traditional Ayurvedic hair oils. These are herbal-infused oils tailored to your specific doshic imbalance. Bhringraj is considered the Ayurvedic herb for hair. Bhringraj oil is usually made by infusing Bhringraj leaves in either sesame or coconut oil, depending on your specific needs. A study in the Journal of Ethnopharmacology found that Bhringraj extract promoted hair growth in rats better than Minoxidil. Bhringraj balances all three doshas, but it's especially beneficial for Pitta. It cools the scalp, nourishes the tissue, and extends your hair's growth phase. Use it for premature graying, inflammatory hair loss, and stress-related shedding. Next up is Amla oil, which comes from Indian gooseberry and is packed with vitamin C. It's cooling, antioxidant-rich, and strengthens the hair shaft. It's known as a rejuvenative, which stems from the word rejuvenate. That means it doesn't just maintain, it actively restores your hair. This oil is also used for Pitta imbalances and premature graying. Now, sesame oil is the traditional base oil in Ayurveda and is especially good for Vata types. It's warming, grounding, and deeply nourishing. If you have dry, brittle, wispy hair and you're prone to worry and scattered thinking, all classic Vata signs, sesame oil is your foundation. You can use it plain or infused with herbs like ashwagandha or brahmi. Use it for dry, depleted hair, stress-related shedding, or traction alopecia. It's also great for Kapha types with oily or heavy scalps. When blended with rosemary, it can help stimulate circulation without weighing hair down. Now, the key with all these oils is understanding that they address more than just your scalp. That's the power of this approach, which leads us to the one thing I mentioned earlier that's even more important than the oil you choose. But first, let me tell you about something else you've probably seen all over social media. These fancy oil blends with like 10 or 11 different oils all mixed together. Veganic is one example. It's got rosemary, castor, argan, avocado, coconut, coffee, lavender, almond, parsley seed, olive, and baobab, all in one bottle. Sounds impressive, right? More oils must equal better results, right? Not quite. Here's the problem. These oils work against each other. You've got heating, stimulating rosemary mixed with cooling coconut. You've got heavy, sticky castor mixed with light argan. It's like trying to drive in 3 directions at once. Plus, you have no idea what concentration of each oil you're getting. Is there enough rosemary to actually stimulate growth? Probably not. Is there enough castor to improve circulation? Who knows? You're getting a little bit of everything, which means you're not getting a therapeutic dose of anything. And here's the real kicker. These blends are marketed as being for all hair types, which is a red flag. Remember what we said earlier? There's no one-size-fits-all solution. If it claims to work for everyone, it's probably not targeted enough to work well for anyone. Not to mention, these blends cost way more than just buying 1 or 2 oils that address your specific needs. Simple, targeted, and effective beats complicated and expensive every time. Quick recap. If that went by way too fast, here's everything on one screen so you can screenshot it or pause and write it down. I'll wait. All right, remember when I said there's one thing that matters more than which oil you choose? Here it is, your gut. I know, you came here for hair oil advice and I'm talking about your digestive system, but hear me out, because this is the difference between seeing results and wasting your time. Ayurveda understood the gut-hair connection way before modern science did. You can slather every oil in existence on your scalp, but if your gut is a mess, your hair's gonna suffer. Your gut is where you absorb the nutrients that feed your hair follicles. If you have leaky gut, chronic inflammation, or dysbiosis, that's an imbalance in your gut bacteria, you're not absorbing what you need. Plus, your gut produces neurotransmitters and hormones that affect your entire body, including your hair cycle. Stress hormones like cortisol, that's partly regulated by your gut-brain axis, and high cortisol means more hair shedding. In Ayurveda, they say your digestive fire, called Agni, is the foundation of health. Weak Agni means weak tissues, and your hair is considered a byproduct of bone tissue formation. So if you're not digesting well, you're not building strong bones, and you're not growing strong hair. Here's the thing that trips people up. They start taking supplements for hair loss, iron, biotin, zinc, and then wonder why nothing changes. But get this, supplements are incredibly hard to break down. Do you think that if your digestion is too weak to extract the nutrients you need from the food you eat, which you chew, that it's going to be strong enough to break down a pill? I don't think so. You're literally flushing your money down the toilet, and in the process, you're stressing out your digestive system even more. Modern research backs this up. Studies have linked gut dysbiosis to autoimmune hair loss, where your body attacks your hair follicles. Fix the gut, calm the immune system, save the hair. That's the chain reaction. So the oil you choose, that's topical support. It helps create the right environment on your scalp. But if you don't fix your digestion and balance your doshas, you're only treating the symptom. Pattern baldness, often related to hormones and stress, which are regulated by your gut. Autoimmune hair loss, rooted in gut dysfunction and chronic inflammation. Stress or hormone-related shedding, your gut produces serotonin, affects cortisol, and influences thyroid function. Nutritional deficiency, your digestive fire is just embers. You need to strengthen your digestion first with warm foods and digestive spices, and avoid cold and raw foods that dampen Agni. All these symptoms are specific doshic imbalances and all trace back to the state of your digestive fire. Curious about your doshic imbalance? Check the description for a link to a free dosha quiz. At the end of the day, it all boils down to this. For real results, you must address the root cause. Pun intended. Now that you know which oil does what and you understand that the foundation has to be strong, let's talk about how to actually use these oils, because execution is everything. Traditional hair oiling is a pre-wash treatment. You apply it, let it marinate, and then wash it out. This isn't a styling product, this is medicine. Here's the process. First, warm the oil. Not hot, just warm. Portion out your oil and warm it on the stove in a Pyrex measuring cup to just above body temperature. Next, part your hair in sections and apply the oil directly to your scalp. A tablespoon or two is usually enough. Now this next part is important. After you apply the oil, massage it in for 5 to 10 minutes. Use your fingertips, not your nails, and work in small circular motions all over your scalp. Studies have shown that scalp massage for only 4 minutes a day increased hair thickness in just 24 weeks. Make it a ritual. This is self-care. Then let it sit a minimum of 20 minutes, ideally 1 to 2 hours. You might see people online doing overnight treatments, but that's intense, messy, and potentially counterproductive. Start with 20 minutes to an hour. Finally, wash it out thoroughly with warm water and a gentle shampoo. Pro tip, put shampoo on your hair before you wet it, then lather, rinse, and shampoo again. This breaks down the oil way better. As for frequency, 1 to 3 times per week max. If you only wash your hair once every week or two, just do your oil treatment on hair washing day. More isn't better. Now let's manage expectations for a second. On average, hair grows about ½ an inch per month. No oil is going to change that basic biology. What oils can do is reduce breakage, improve hair health, and support a healthier growth cycle by addressing inflammation or circulation issues. Expect to see results in 8 to 12 weeks. By 3 months, you might notice stronger hair, less shedding, and improved density. I know that's not sexy and you want to hear, use this oil and in 2 weeks you'll have hair like a shampoo commercial, but that's not reality. So here are 5 common mistakes you'll want to avoid. 1. Using way too much oil. Your scalp only needs a small amount. don't pour half the bottle on your head. 2. Not washing it out properly. Make sure you're washing it out thoroughly, and if you feel like you need a little extra help preventing buildup, use a clarifying shampoo once every couple of weeks. 3. Expecting instant results. Hair growth takes months. Stick with it. 4. Ignoring your gut. If you're oiling your hair but eating processed junk, not sleeping, stressed out of your mind, and nutrient deficient, the oil isn't going to save you. You have to address your internal health. And finally, 5. Using oils you're allergic to. If an oil makes your scalp red, itchy, or inflamed, stop using it immediately. So here's the bottom line. There's no single best hair oil. There's only the best oil for your hair, your scalp, your type of hair loss, and your specific needs. But again, the oil is only topical support. Your gut, your digestion, your Agni, that's the foundation. You can't oil your way out of a systemic problem. You don't need every trendy oil that goes viral. 1 or 2 oils used correctly, combined with a strong digestive foundation, is all you need. Make it a ritual, make it nourishing, make it real. If you want to learn more about natural hair health, check out this video right here where I do a full-on deep dive into Batana oil. And if this video helped you, share it with a friend. They'll thank you. Remember, longevity isn't luck, it's a lifestyle. Until next time.